Hi guys, Fix here. In this video, I will cover 100 tips and tricks that are guaranteed to help you out if you're new to Hunt Showdown or returning after a long break. But even if you're an experienced player, you might be able to learn a thing or two. The video will be divided into 10 main categories, so feel free to check out the timestamps, but without further ado, let's dive into it. Number 1. Boss clues will glow red and make noise when enemy hunters are nearby. If you interact with the clue, it will still be making noise for the enemy hunters, but goes quiet for you, which makes it easier to hear their movement. Number 2. A clue that's been interacted with will have a dark circle in the middle, while a clue that has not been taken will have a complete glowing seal. This information can be useful to track player movement throughout the match. Number 3. If you use Dark Side at the boss compound, the boss icon will glow white if no enemy hunters are near, and red if enemies are close. Number 4. Picking up a bounty gives you 5 seconds of special dark sight, which allows you to see enemy hunters within 150 meters, and general hunter detection within 75 meters, called Instinct. Solo players can take the Magpie trait to gain twice the seconds upon taking a bounty. Even after these 5 seconds of special dark sight runs out, you can still detect players within 75 meters using Instinct. Number 5. Looting an enemy if you're carrying a bounty restores 1 second of special dark sight if you're in a team, and 2 seconds if you're a solo with the Magpie trait. Number 6. Banishing a boss restores all lost health bars for the entire team. This includes the 4 main bosses and wild targets like Rothschild. Number 7. Sound traps such as ducks, crows, horses, and chicken coops can easily reveal your position to other hunters when triggered. You can kill all of the sound traps in various ways, or reduce the range in which they are triggered by taking the Beast Phase trait. Number 8. Extraction points are visible on the map. Paying attention to where they are can help you plan your escape or position yourself well to prevent an enemy team from leaving. Number 9. If 2 teams are close to an extraction point at the same time, the boat or horses will sound an alarm. And if 2 teams are within the extraction zone, the extract is blocked until 1 team dies or leaves the zone. You can prevent enemy teams from leaving by catching them in the extract zone or killing a player, forcing them to revive before they can leave. Number 10. Once all bounty has been extracted from the match, the timer is set to 5 minutes. If you're not at an extraction point by the time it runs out, you will lose your hunter and all of their equipment. Number 11. Picking up a clue will give you a guaranteed 50 hunt dollars per clue, even if you die. Bounty rewards and looted dollars will only be secured by extracting from the map. Number 12. Cash registers have specific spawn points that you can memorize. Looting a cash register gives you between 50 and 1,000 hunt dollars. Keep in mind, the money is lost if you die, so there is no shame in extracting with the 1,000 if you're running low. Number 13. Playing solo is the best way to make money due to the solo modifier, which multiplies the bounty value. However, it's also harder to win because you're usually outnumbered. Number 14. When you're full on tools and consumables, you'll get money from looting saddlebags or dead hunters. With the update on August 15th, the Vulture trait will give you money every time you loot a dead hunter. Number 15. When you level up your hunter to the max level, you gain 500 hunt dollars. If your hunter is close to maxed out, it could be worth playing a bit safer to level up in order to get this bonus as well as the ability to retire the hunter, which I'll get back to in a bit. Number 16. Every time you unlock an item, you gain 1 instance of that item that you can either use or sell. You can maximize the efficiency of this strategy by looking for blueprints and gun oils at stationary workbench locations in the various maps. A blueprint gives you 3 random unlocks, while a gun oil gives you the next unlock for your currently equipped weapon. Number 17. The size of the search area for each boss on the map determines the bounty value. A larger search area means higher value and is generally more attractive to other players as a result. Keep in mind, going for the small bounty could be less risky and a safer strategy overall. Number 18. If you're running low on money, it is generally smarter to take your wins when you can instead of trying to double up and go for 2 bounties. As a solo, you can also hang back and rat a bounty with the Serpent trait or scavenge an unclaimed bounty. Number 19. Each hunter in your roster has a daily bonus sign next to it. The first time you extract with each hunter per day, you gain increased experience and hunt dollars. Switching hunters after each extract is a good money-making strategy. Number 20. Upon reaching level 100, every 25,000 XP gives you 1,000 hunt dollars. Number 21. Your hunter gains experience from various actions in the game. The most effective way to level up is to kill and banish bosses and extract the bounty, or by killing enemy players. Number 22. You can find posters on walls around the maps that will give you Hunter XP, Bloodline XP, or trait points which can be assigned to new traits for your Hunter after the game, should you survive. Number 23. As you level up your bloodline, new traits, tools, and consumables are unlocked. You can gain earlier access to some of the tools and consumables by finding blueprints in your games, if you're lucky. Number 24. All base weapons are available from level 1. By playing each weapon, you unlock new variants, which is based on weapon experience. Number 25. Killing a hunter grants you 450 weapon experience. A boss grants 400 experience, and killing a meathead grants 300 experience. Armored, hives, and immolators grant 60 experience each. Hellhounds grant 30, and regular grunts grant 20 XP. For reference, a compact ammo weapon requires 450 XP per unlock. Medium requires 600, and a long ammo unlock takes 900 XP. Number 26. The maximum hunter level is 50, and you can retire your level 50 hunters to gain 10,000 experience towards your bloodline. This is one of the best ways to increase your leveling speed if you are prestiging. 10,000 experience is usually 10 or more bloodline levels, which is very significant early in a new prestige as it grants you a lot of useful unlocks. Number 27. Your hunter will be lost if you die. The burn trait death cheat can sometimes be found randomly spawning in your games, and has a chance of dropping when you kill a meathead. If you have the death cheat trait and you die, the trait is lost, but you keep your hunter. Number 28. Once your hunter is max level, all of the experience gain goes towards your bloodline, which speeds up the leveling process. This is a risk versus reward situation, because you can retire your hunter for the guaranteed 10,000 XP, or play it and hopefully survive long enough to make up for it. Number 29. You should never retire a maxed out hunter that has death cheat. This is because all of the XP goes towards your bloodline while the hunter is maxed, and even if you die, you can still retire the hunter afterwards. The exception to this rule is if you're very close to max level and you want to retire the hunter for the 10,000 XP so that you can prestige. Number 30. When you prestige, you lose all of your levels, weapon unlocks, hunters in your roster, gear, and money. In return, you get skin rewards at certain levels and an upgraded prestige badge, which is visible in the menus. Number 31. Throwable explosives like dynamites and frag bombs are very powerful and can easily deal with enemy hunters if used correctly. You can hold down the fire button when preparing to throw an explosive, which starts the fuse. This is referred to as cooking the explosive. Dynamites will blow up after 4 seconds, and sticky bombs will blow up after 8 seconds. Number 32. Sticky bombs will stick to surfaces and moving targets, and are really powerful against bosses. They can also be shot to trigger the explosion early, which can be a next level strategy against enemy hunters in some situations. Number 33. The indicator arc on the screen shows you exactly where the explosive will land. If you cook an explosive for long enough, this line will move closer to you, which indicates exactly where it will blow up. The indicator line will turn red if you're in the damage range of the explosive. Cooking an explosive for too long is a certain way to kill yourself. Try cooking the explosive to where it detonates above ground to perform a powerful airburst, which can be a great way to kill enemy players hiding behind cover. Number 34. The bulwark trait reduces explosive damage taken, which can sometimes save you from incoming dynamites or other explosions, such as nearby explosive barrels. Frag bombs deal rending damage, which is not reduced by the bulwark trait. They also apply bleed on impact, which makes them the best throwable explosive for PvP overall. Number 35. In some cases, blowing yourself up intentionally can be a solid strategy to kill pushing players, provided you have teammates that can revive you, or you have the Necromancer trait if you're solo. Number 36. When throwing explosives, try to predict where the enemy will be at the time of the explosion, rather than throwing it where they currently are. If they are running, throw it in front of them. Number 37. Red barrels are explosive and will blow up when shot twice, or if they come in contact with fire or other explosives. The flare pistol or incendiary ammo can be utilized to quickly blow up a barrel and hit any hunter that is close to it. Number 38. Choke clouds and choke bombs can be thrown on explosive barrels to prevent them from exploding. This could be useful if you need to move past it whilst taking fire from enemy hunters. Number 39. Most explosives will not detonate when in contact with water. The exception to this rule is the wax dynamite stick or wax frag ammo on the bomb lance, which will blow up regardless. Similar to water, explosives generally don't blow up in choke clouds. The wax dynamite stick is the only explosive that can be thrown into or through a choke cloud and still explode. Number 40. Different explosives and throwables can be thrown different distances. Dynamite sticks can be thrown further but have a smaller explosion radius, making them well suited to throw through open windows at a distance. The big bundle has a lot of blasting power, but can't be thrown very far, making it ideal to throw at short distances or airburst in close quarters. The picture trait can be assigned to increase the throwing distance for all items that utilize the aim helper. Number 41. There are 3 main rifle categories in Hunt Showdown, divided by ammo type: compact, medium, and long. In general, compact ammo weapons have lower range, damage, and penetration power, whilst long ammo has the highest. Shotgun ammo is a separate category. Special ammo types are both found within existing categories and as the default ammo type for some weapons such as the bow, crossbow, and Gulch. Special ammo types like incendiary, bleed, and poison apply conditions that allow for tactical pushing, whilst basic ammo types are more easily replenished than special ammo. Number 42. The various ammo types have different attributes and are useful for different purposes. For example, high velocity ammo has increased bullet speed, which makes it easier to land shots on distance, whilst FMJ has reduced bullet speed but increased penetration power and holds damage better at distance. Number 43. Fire ammo will set hunters on fire with the first hit within a certain distance. For compact and medium ammo, this effect applies up to 20 meters distance, whilst long ammo will set hunters on fire up to 40 meters away. If the enemy hunter has the salve skin trait, you need 2 hits instead. Number 44. Spitzer ammo is available on some weapons, and has greatly increased bullet velocity as well as increased penetration power. This is the most popular ammo type for long-range sniping. Number 45. Poison ammo inflicts the poison effect on hunters, which prevents healing and impacts your vision for the duration of the effect. The poison effect will be removed if you apply an antidote shot, or prevented entirely if you have an antidote shot active already. Number 46. A lot of ammo types inflict bleeding on impact. This includes flechette ammo on shotguns, dum-dum on pistols and rifles, arrows and bolts from bows and crossbows, as well as shredder ammo on the Nitro Express. Number 47. Dragon Breath ammo from shotguns will set enemy hunters on fire on impact, but can also be used to burn dead bodies on the ground, which will prevent them from reviving once their bars are burnt out. Number 48. All default bullet types have some penetration power. A lot of special ammo types have no penetration power at all, including most bleed ammo, poison ammo, fire ammo, and penny shot from shotguns. Number 49. Arrows, bolts, and other throwables have no penetration power. The exception to this rule is shot bolts on the crossbow, which triggers a buckshot effect on impact similar to any shotgun. Number 50. How much ammo you can get from an ammo box depends on the ammo type. Long ammo gets less than medium or compact, for example, and special ammo is restored from special ammo boxes instead of the regular ones. Some weapons can run 2 ammo types at once. Having both regular ammo and 1 special ammo type ensures you can restore more ammo overall, as you will be restoring both regular and special ammo for the weapon. If you have 2 different special ammo pools, you'll get a full special ammo box charge for both ammo pools, whilst doubling up on a single ammo pool will only get you 1. Number 51. You can set custom sensitivity stages for each scope variant in the menus. This can be very useful to adjust for the increased zoom levels with scopes. Number 52. By default, vaulting and jumping is bound to the same key. You can separate these keys in the settings, which allows for better movement overall and ensures you don't vault in situations where you mean to jump, for example trying to get into a window for an angle. Number 53. Similar to the previous point, interacting and healing are bound to the same key by default and can be separated in the settings. This can be particularly useful in cases where you're trying to heal but are close enough to interact with something, for example climbing a ladder or looting a dead body. Interacting instead of healing will often be enough to get you killed. Number 54. Setting up custom keybinds for your tools and consumables allows you to more accurately select the items you want when you need them. Make sure your keybinds are easily accessible and try using keybinds that are easy to memorize. For example, I use G for grenade and T for traps. What the best keybinds are is highly subjective, so experiment and figure out what works best for you. Number 55. Increasing the gamma in your settings can be very useful if you're having trouble seeing in dark maps. Most monitors also have built-in gamma settings that has the same effect. Number 56. Quick swapping is faster than switching your weapons through scrolling or using the specific weapon keybinds. By default, quick swapping is bound to Q, but you can change this in the settings. Number 57. Hunt Showdown features 2 control schemes, Gunslinger and Hunter mode. While there are some differences, you can generally achieve the same things with both options. Gunslinger is the closest to most other games and is probably the best for beginners. I personally play Gunslinger. Number 58. With the Gunslinger scheme, your weapon is always raised by default. When standing close to a wall or window, your gun will be sticking out and can be visible to other hunters. By holding down Q, you can lower your weapon to prevent this until you ADS again. With the Hunter scheme, your weapon is lower by default, but raised when you hipfire or ADS. Number 59. If you're having trouble aiming accurately, try reducing your sensitivity in the game settings as well as your mouse DPI. Lower sensitivity means more precise aim as you need to move your mouse more and is generally recommended for increased precision, but could take a while to get used to. Number 60. As of the update on August 15th, you can choose between the lowered crosshair, which has been the default in Hunt Showdown since launch, or a centered crosshair similar to any other shooter. This is mostly preference and should have minimal impact on gameplay. Number 61. Decoy fuses sound almost exactly like a dynamite and can be useful for masking your movement or pushing into a compound. At the end of the fuse, decoy fuses will trigger a small explosion that can be used to blow up doors and windows. Number 62. Placing an alert trip mine on an explosive barrel will blow up the barrel if the trap is triggered, either by a hunter walking into it or if someone shoots the trap. Concertina traps similarly trigger green hive barrels and locks a hunter into the poison cloud with the barbed wire. Number 63. Concertina traps and poison traps make for a deadly combo referred to as a death trap. This is because when triggered, the concertina prevents you from moving and the poison trap creates a poison cloud that deals massive damage over time to any hunter within it that doesn't have an active antidote shot. Number 64. 2 alert trip mines can be put next to each other for a makeshift incendiary trap that will set hunters on fire if they trigger both. This can also be used to burn dead hunters on the ground. Number 65. The fuses and flare pistol can be used to burn dead hunters. They can also be used to blow up explosive barrels, set living hunters on fire, and deal with various AI by setting them on fire. In dark environments, the flares and fuses glow very bright and can illuminate an area or be used for a blinding effect. Fuses are refilled from toolboxes and come with a stack of 5, where the flare pistol comes with 3 shots, recharges from special ammo boxes, and has the added advantage of being able to set things on fire at a distance. Number 66. Melee tools are very powerful in Hunt Showdown and can easily kill enemy hunters in 1 or 2 hits. Beginners will typically underestimate the power of melee tools and weapons. Learning when to pull out your knife is going to win you more fights in close range scenarios. Number 67. Some melee tools can be found as world spawns in your games. This includes the shovel, pitchfork, sledgehammer, and axe. These spawns can either be random or static spawns, meaning you'll always find the item at a certain location. Learning these static spawns is useful because the tool items are great for killing bosses. Number 68. The Derringer Penny Shot is great for killing bosses in meat hits, and can one-shot players if you're very close. The regular Derringer is a makeshift pistol that can be a great sidearm in certain loadouts. Although quieter than regular weapons, remember that they both can be heard up to 200 meters away. Number 69. At the current time, the throwing spear is the most powerful melee tool and can be thrown for massive damage against bosses and players alike. The spear throw will kill a hunter on impact regardless of where you hit him. Since the spear is a very new addition to the game, this could change in the future. Number 70. Throwing axes come in a stack of 2 and will one-shot to the torso. Throwing knives come in a stack of 6 and will one-shot to the head. Spears, axes, knives, bolts, and arrows can be retrieved by interacting with them and will deal extra damage when you pull them out. Number 71. Stamina shots allow you to move around a lot more without getting slowed down. I highly recommend taking a large stamina shot every game, but alternatively, you can use traits like Greyhound and Conduit to help maintain your stamina throughout your games. Number 72. Regeneration shots are very useful in PvP scenarios as they heal you over time. This effect can be amplified by taking the Vigor trait, which amplifies all regeneration while you're on dark side. Number 73. Antidote shots are tremendously helpful in situations where the enemy is running poison ammo. Large antidote shots can also be used proactively when entering a fight or compound to protect yourself from potential poison traps or death traps, which can very often get you killed if you're not aware. Number 74. Vitality shots can quickly heal you up in a combat scenario. A large vitality shot can be the difference between life and death in a lot of cases, and I generally always bring one unless I have traits like Doctor and Physician to boost my medkit healing and heal speed. Just as a note, small shots of all kinds can be used much faster than their larger equivalent. Number 75. Concertina bombs create a large cluster of concertina that can protect you from incoming fire. This is because most ammo types are blocked by concertina on impact, which makes it much less likely you'll get hit. Try throwing a concertina bomb between you and the enemy while reviving your teammates if you're taking fire. Concertina bombs can also be thrown on dead hunters to greatly reduce their chances of getting revived. This is because they will likely die immediately upon revival, which means their teammates will have to clear the concertina first. Number 76. Beetles are suicide attack drones that can be utilized to either gain information, attack players, or be used for their utility purpose. The Stalker Beetle deals 25 damage and inflicts poison and bleed on enemies that it hits. It can be used to open doors or clear concertina wire as well. The Fire Beetle is the second fastest, dealing 19 damage on a direct hit and lighting enemy hunters on fire. Fire Beetles can perform all fire functions, such as setting dead hunters on fire or exploding red barrels. Choke Beetles are the slowest and only deal 1 damage, but provide a lot of utility value by blocking entrances or putting out fires on dead teammates. The Choke Beetle is also the only beetle that can pass through choke clouds. Beetles don't spawn in toolboxes, but can be found throughout the maps, most commonly on big trees. Number 77. Dynamites will remove concertina on impact, which can be used to clear a path through a blocked entrance, or remove concertina from a dead body. Sometimes it can be easier to clear the concertina by walking through it and either regenerating or healing afterwards. Number 78. Firebombs will set enemy hunters on fire on impact. They can also be used to block off entrances due to their temporary burning effect on the ground. Lastly, an explosive thrown into a burning puddle will detonate instantly. Number 79. High bombs can be great for forcing enemies out of cover as they spawn bees that aggro on nearby hunters and attack them. Be aware though that if you're close they might trigger on you instead, so be careful when you throw them. High bombs can be a great way to finish off a wounded opponent who is holding an angle that is too dangerous to push. Number 80. The flash bomb is very weak in the current state of the game due to being severely nerfed a while back. After a brief warm-up time, the flash will blind players for a few seconds, allowing for a push. The bulwark trait reduces the time flash, so when bringing flash bombs, this trait is ideal to not flash yourself. If the enemy hunter has the bulwark trait, the flash bomb will not show a hit marker even on a direct hit. Number 81. Solo players can revive themselves with the Necromancer trait. As of August 15th, Necromancer will be a burn trait with a single use. With this change, solo players can revive themselves at full health after a few seconds, but once revived, the trait will be gone. If you are lucky enough to find the Necromancer trait in the game after this, you will regain the effect and have the ability to revive once more. Number 82. When you play in a team, you can use the Necromancer trait to revive a teammate through Dark Side. With the update of August 15th, this will be a burn trait for teams as well, meaning you will only get 1 revive before the trait is consumed. Number 83. Some traits are buffed for solo players. I already mentioned the Magpie trait in the beginning of this guide. Additionally, the Serpent trait allows you to interact with clues and bounties from a distance. For solos, the distance is 50 meters, while it's only 25 for teams. Number 84. Doctor and Physician are 2 traits that amplify your medkit healing. Doctor doubles the healing effect, while Physician increases the healing speed. Together, they amplify the medkit enough to warrant skipping a Vitality shot entirely. I typically take a frag bomb instead once I have these traits assigned. Number 85. The Frontiersman trait gives you 1 extra charge on your tool items. This trait is an excellent choice if you're running Doctor and Physician for an extra medkit charge, or if you're bringing a throwing spear which comes with just 1 charge by default. Frontiersman is also an amazing pick for trappers, especially when combined with Pack Mule for quicker trap refills. Number 86. Resilience is a must-have trait if you're playing in a team. By default, you're revived with low health, but with the Resilience trait, you're revived with full health bars up to whatever your current maximum health is. Keep in mind you lose 1 bar every time you die. As of August 15th, Resilience will not be necessary for solo players, as any revive with Necromancer will grant you a full health restoration. Number 87. Some traits can be used to better withstand condition effects. Salve Skin reduces both fire damage and burn speed, and protects you from being set on fire instantly by fire ammo, as previously mentioned in this guide. Bloodless prevents bleeding from escalating, meaning you'll only ever get light bleeding, which buys you a lot of time in a PvP scenario. Mithridates greatly reduces the time you're poisoned, but does not prevent poison damage from poison clouds like an antidote shot does. Number 88. Some perks increase the effectiveness of using certain weapons. Iron Knife for iron set weapons and Scopesmith for all scopes increases both firing speed and gives the ability to stay in ADS while taking shots, making follow-up shots easier. Some perks like Bolt Thrower and Ambidextrous allows for quicker reloads with specific weapons or combos, while other traits open up new attacks and weapon behaviors, such as Fanning, Levering, and Martialist. Number 89. The Quartermaster trait allows you to bring a medium slot weapon in addition to a large slot weapon. This can be extremely useful as it opens up a ton of loadout options. My personal favorite is bringing the hunting bow with a sniper rifle. Number 90. Some single perk traits can open up useful tactics for surviving or tracking players. Dauntless allows you to defuse any explosive that has a fuse by interacting with it while the fuse is still burning. This includes dynamites, frags, choke bombs, and even flares. Vigilant allows you to see traps in dark sight, and Poison Sense allows you to see poison hunters up to 150 meters away. Personally, I'm a big fan of Poacher, as it allows me to quietly place traps in the middle of a fight to catch players off guard. Number 91. Crouching whilst opening doors will open them slowly. Punching a door or hitting it with your weapon will open it more quickly than normal. The direction you're moving determines the way you open the door. If you're moving forward, the door opens away from you. If you're moving backwards, you open the door towards you. Number 92. You can cancel most melee animations, reloading, and other actions by quickly swapping weapons. For example, you can use this to cancel a melee attack silently, or stop yourself from using a shot you may want to save for later. Number 93. When a hive swarm is triggered on you, you can kill it with melee attacks. 2 punches from your dusters or knuckle knife is usually enough to kill it. You can also burn the beast with the flare pistol. Number 94. If you jump twice into water, you'll bounce forward a bit before getting slowed down. This can help you cross over faster and decreases the odds you get killed. On another note, dying in water prevents the enemy from being able to burn you, which can be used tactically in certain situations, especially if you're playing solo and you know you're likely to die. Number 95. Water devils spawn very frequently in rivers. If you kill them, the nearby ones will die as well, which creates a temporary safe passage. A single spear throw is enough to kill water devils in the current state of the game. The water devils will respawn after a while. Number 96. Almost any noise in the game can be used for masking your movement and getting from A to B undetected. For example, if you're trying to climb a ladder, waiting for the boss to vanish can be a next level strategy. Pun intended. Number 97. The shooting range is a fantastic place to practice your aim, test out loadouts, ammo types, and more. You can bring up to 2 friends into the shooting range and practice PvP as well. Number 98. Hunt Showdown is a very complex game that has way more depth than what meets the eye at first glance. If you're having a tough time in the beginning, just know that it's completely normal. Getting really good at this game takes hundreds, if not thousands of hours. Keep in mind, the journey is just as important as the destination, so enjoy the learning process. I have plenty of guides on my channel to help you along the way, and I will do my very best to continue providing more quality content in the future. Number 99. If you have any questions about the game, you can ask me in the comments or in my chat when I'm live on Twitch. I stream every day except Monday and Friday from 10 AM CET for at least 6 hours. Number 100. If you made it this far, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. Following me is the easiest way to support for free. You can catch all the best guides, gameplay videos, funny moments and more on my YouTube channel, and watch the magic happen on my live streams on Twitch. If you would like to support the channel even further, Patreon is the best way. I'll leave a link in the description. Did you learn something new from this video? Let me know in the comments, and until next time, I'll see you in the bayou.